Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are, welcome back. Back again to the root of today, and here we are. It's one-on-one live. Coming out from this session, it has been raining cats and dogs. Here we are, and we are sympathizing with how the day is, but we have to make sure that the day goes very fantastic. If it's your first time tuning in, go check it _into, subscribe, like, share, comment, so as you can vibe together as one-on-one to make sure that you are receiving the real varied points about the village reporter on what is here, but much of the things are being happening far away from here, and also we being tackled from the far distances and far areas, miles and kilometers of an area where they are, and still attacking the village. But from the village again, we extend our hands to certainty to make sure that we are even covering much of the insanity that's always covering to our portfolio where we are, and make sure that everyone is getting the point direct forward. And everyone who is tuned, get a seat wherever you are. It's gonna be hot, hotter, hottest. Fantastic. So beautiful people, here we are. If it's your first time you being tuned in and to this channel, just relax, because it's a warm-up. I'm giving you a warm-up for you to look for a coffee, giving you a warm-up for you to make sure that you are looking for a certain position of a slanting position, for you to make sure that you are receiving the content, and it's a contagious way that's going to be coming to you live, and so on. Here we are, and about to start. Keep it tuned, keep it locked, and this is the beginning. My first question goes direct to this. Can you be given a driving license? Or can you go to a bank without a person to guarantee you to be given money? Can you go to a driving lesson or have a vehicle you are driving minus having a license? Can you drive while you are alcoholic? I'm sympathizing with Rosetta, who she's always opening the key and talking about ignite the engine, while the guy gonna be driving you crazy and not carefully. Miscellaneously, we say that sometimes even the government can hijack and say, I have paid money to make sure that they are orienting me with that. But the real fact is one. Even the person who is going to be driven is the one who is hearing the real footage of a man, how he's pressing the fuel. That's why even the government abolished, if you are a alcoholic, never drive. If you know you have any disability, don't drive. You might cause some enlargement that's gonna cause much of the trouble to the traffic line. Here we start the comment. If you get it, get it. If you don't get it, somebody to finish it. Fantastic. Everyone, wherever you are, I'm waving for you. Fantastic, wherever you're coming from. And here we are to make sure that everything's so fantastic. It had been raining cats and dogs here, and it's now stopping at the raining. You can even see this kind of banana. It's having much of the water. It's now from the raining time, and it's a raining season, and we have to bear with the circumstances how things fall into this position. I'm having much of the things to handle, guys, and to the platform already. Guys, yesterday we had much of the roasting, and to make sure that people are getting much of the content, we had much of the goon called from Jamaica, and much of the Jamaicans, they are here and talking about again 2 years subscribers, but we really not understanding this kind of a man disgracing your community, disgracing much of the things. And right today, I'm going to give you a fantastic moment that is under investigation. And whenever we say everything should be put in consideration, we have to put them in consideration. So next time, let him try to come to Kenya. Everything gonna be very awesome and awesome. Because this kind of a person is thinking that he can just come, and whenever he just see that he doesn't perform his own duty and his own things that people have already, it has linked out. It's like an exam. Whenever you go to an exam room and you get that things are not good, and people have just already linked the exam and people have the answers. Whenever he came, he never knew that we have some answers already. Whenever you're going to be coming, what you're going to be coming to do. And that's why he just invited a lady, so as he can just make sure that he's getting him onto Nairobi and make sure that everything is fantastic. Shaking the cucumbers and the pears while they're just wilting. I'm sympathizing still. Up to now, even Kenge is just wondering wherever he is. You can just remember even Kenge himself said that kind of a point, that why are you disgracing my community? Why are you disgracing my tribal? And now you are coming out to say this was the genuine person who came to invest to our area, my foot. And that's why I said, the hospital that we're going to be donated, so as we can just build, it's going to be a mental hospital, so as I can tighten your screws, and I've started tightening them. Before, it could be a facility to provide the essential and hospitality to the people. I'll be there to make sure that I'm tangling and scrutinizing and making sure that the screws are tightened. And I'm the last person there who is now making sure that I'm just touching you very fantastic. If I get like a person like Machete Man, I can just touch him this way. Is it shake a little bit? You know, that's why they say shake after use, yes, or before use. You know, now differs which point are you going with. Shake after use or shake before use. If you shake before use, that's a medicine. If you shake after use, that's a cucumber whenever you're just from peeing. That's the fantastic job. If you have never known, know it that way. And now everyone is talking about this kind of the person who is a goon onto the platform coming out sanctimoniously and intermediately talking about, you know what, this kind of a tribe, it's a very a theft. They are cattle raiders. I'm just still sympathizing. And yesterday I sympathized and people talked about again to this kind of the people might be talking about such kind of the things so as you can just hijack your potential. But guys, the real fact is one. Right now it's very, very raining and it's very, very delicate. Whenever I'm just going to far distances of making sure that it can just rain before I finish my duty. So I'm just waiting for a little bit, but whenever I start it, because I have all the fabrics onto my house and they're just waiting for a moment to reach so as I can just give out the much of them. And here we are. And that's why we are unto this point, to make sure that everything is put in consideration. Not that, okay, you know what, Gintu, this kind of the people, whenever they are coming to your village, make sure that you give them their own honor, yet they are just sauntering onto the front chairs of the church and talking to the clergyman of that day and talking about, you know what, I'm just the honorable. But even the people are just sitting onto that area, and even the church elders, even the clergyman who is just invited them is always knowing that they're just village fools, but they can be given a seat in front of the church and saunter there and sit and tell people that, you know what, these are your leaders. Leaders are our food. A person coming out and tell us this country is marginalized, yet we have an MP, we have an MCA, and we have every kind of a civil servant. Even the children office is located here. We are. And that's why even you see the Kenge family and fraternity who are just following the Didism, they are just captured with an immediate effect. And you're talking about, you know what, they are marginalized. Because, you know, whenever you come to our area, no one will just attempt to talk about, oh, Didi, because of some few dollars you have, you come here to tell people that, you know what, I'm going to Dididize there, and that country or that village or that tribe is marginalized. They don't have brain. They're just theft. The only thing that they wake up early in the morning to do is to look where they are going to steal. Look at how people are thrown into an imbroglio. And this is just the sarcasm that is being performed by Kenge to make sure that is keeping people's attention and talking about, I'm just from that tribe, Kisian. We are not interested with Kenge ever. And I'm telling people that this is just the beginning of them. And whenever they attempt any kind of miscellaneous effect, I'm here, and the banana boy is available to make sure that everything is put in consideration. First point taken. make sure that everything pinpointed. And this is still ongoing. So guys, we come to our normal points and make sure that everyone is getting the real point about what is ongoing and how everything is ongoing. Guys, do you know that every time the Kenge family is lying, every time we are being cheated, when Kenge father came, the Condad came to my home to talk to me about that my son gonna be file some cases for you, he told me himself, you know, that some people are saying that my house, it was being constructed by this boy. No, they don't know. I am hustling. You know, guys, now we are still sympathizing. Kenge, whenever he reached this point, is always saying, my dad's house, I was the one who constructed it. Oh, my sisters, I took them, I don't know where. Oh, this and this and this and this. But whenever it reaches to the same system, they never told their Condad that whenever you go somewhere to talk about our house, just say, we are the people who contributed for the house to be built. But now the Condad is confused like an element, a cation going this way, like an ion, an anode going this way, like a catalyst being consumed in that kind of a reaction. It's just not even okay. Whenever he comes out, he says, hey, you know what, Tata? They are saying that house, I just bought it. Because of they're saying that, okay, my kid is the one, I don't know, my son, I don't know what and what and what is the one who built this kind of a house. No! You ever saw me? Even he asked me, do you remember the Gunmo taking a donkey with a cat behind and taking some soil, some kind of the sand from the river, which is the river down there, and coming with the cat and a donkey, pulling it onto their home? And he just talked about everything. He was constructing that house, and he constructed that house for more than 10 years. And Kenge is coming outside here to say, hey, the only thing they did is a little support. They put it onto their parents to make sure that the house is reaching to the brim. But now Kenge is coming out to tell us, you know what, even that house, I'm the one who started it, and it was started even before he could even start the YouTube channel. Do you know that one? That's why I'm telling you, this kind of a family, they need a screw and a bolt to make sure that we are tightening the screws. And the fact will ever come to be one. The Condad can never lie sometimes. The same way he said, even the Mango, whenever she contributed the money to the church, she said, the Mango herself said, I contributed 200,000 Kenya shillings to that church to put the roofing. But whenever the Condad came out, he said only Mango produced or gave people 100,000 Kenya shillings only to put the roofing. Who is lying and who is good? Sometimes before you go to the platform to lie to the subscribers that, you know, I have done this, know that the repercussion is going to be coming. Whoever your dad is ever talking the truth, and he has ever committed himself to say the truth, but sometimes he's being challenged with the sons and the daughters who don't understand themselves, and he has to review himself and lower down himself to make sure that he's coming to the real point that the daughters and the sons are just talking about. They are forcing even everything to be happening. Look at whenever it reaches to the morning, very early in the morning, a very chilly morning, they're telling they're just waking up their Condad. Talk about, okay, the Lady J, which is the Lady Dev, talking about, hey, Dad, can we go and see my plot there? You know, it has a problem. It has rained. Let's go. They're just waking up the Condad humorously, heterozygously, carelessly. And whenever he wakes up, he never even just thought that he's just wearing an underwear. He's just waking up and just getting out the very long shirt. And now it's just a little bit making sure that the underwear is just being enclosed a little bit. And talking about now, I am just the church elder unto our area. So as what? Very very early in the morning, chilly morning, always the dad is just this way, the legs are this way. He's just cold every time. And maybe he has a problem with the legs. Always he's just doing this like a donkey. Have you ever seen even the horses there? Always they're just slapping down. Always they're slapping down. You'll just think that he's the one who is having some lice. And now he has an underwear. I'm just sympathizing still. And now they're coming out to say, oh, we used to live in a madhouse. We used to live. That's why they're just chasing and just sympathizing with people. And that's the strategy. They never wanted people to give out. And that's why whenever they know that Ginto going to be outside here, you're going to be giving people the same lecture about, oh, we ever lived outside. And whenever I was even delivering milk, I never saw that madhouse. And whenever now they say that, okay, they were born like the Lady J. He was born in a permanent house. And that's why he's just criticizing and telling people, you are just poor, you are just poverty, you are living in mad houses, you'll ever stay there. I'm just sympathizing with them. Because whenever you start here, you'll just go back down. And that's the culture, not the stupid culture that Mr. Cecil and the goon Cecil from Jamaica, he was talking at who is on bullshit outside here, talking about the culture that he doesn't know. How can you go to a certain tribe and say that I've just reviewed and I've seen it? It's just 1 week, even not 1 week. Whenever he came here, he just didized himself and called Gintu. Things went abrupt. Now he was told, get out from here. Go to Masai with a passport. Stay there a little bit to go to Nairobi. From there he came back. How did he achieve to know the culture and also achieved to know the tribe that we are as the Koreans, that we are the thief? 8 years, an 8-year boy is a very young boy. Even which grade? Which grade? Grade 2? A grade 2, how can a grade 2 even run? How can a grade 2 go to steal in a certain village where there are men and people who are just like machete man? How? I'm just sympathizing still. And a person is coming for 1 week, just sitting here with stupid shipments that are not even accommodatable. They're just even twisting him like a stupid person, doesn't understand himself. An aged person who doesn't understand. I'm just still disgraced with such kind of a person, disgracing our own tribal. And another person is there cherishing and saying, hey, hey, hey. And he knows he doesn't have even teeth. He's always getting out a mouth like a bulb and talking about, you know what? This is the person we need to invest in our area. Look at how people are just being taken to an imbroglio. That's just called a perjury. And a detrocit, perjury things that are just being achieved with such kind of a family. And whenever they know that Ginto going to be coming out, they know now they're going to be speaking the truth. And I'm telling you, this kind of a fact is going to be coming to everyone. And whenever they just hook up, we're going to be getting the link with an immediate effect. So as people can know the real fact on what is ongoing. And he was just talking to, imagine, a Jamaican puppet talking his own another puppet from Jamaica. They're talking about a tribe, even they don't know where, even they migrated from. Even if we start tracing the migration of the Bantu speakers from where they were, even if it's Oshingwaya. And they're saying even they don't know the economical, they don't know even the social, the religious that this kind of the people are doing. And he's coming out to say these people are thieves. Whenever they reach 80 years, they just be introduced into stealing. And whenever you come home with the cows, you are now a man. Look at how these people are just very unocrazious. And the Kenge family is there because they know that they were not from this tribe. They are saying, hey, now chase them. That's the same way. And even I can tell you this story. Whenever I went to cook, when Kenge sent me to his home to go and cook, because there's no one who could cook there, because even the corn mom, she was there, but she cannot cook a food that people can eat. They have to look for Gintu or a person from outside to come and cook. Even if it's the mother too, Hello Baby, she could be coming to make sure that even, look at how even sometimes people are thrown. Like Hello Baby, he was working there like a maid, working there like a diddy. Maybe he was the one who was making sure that he's sustaining this kind of a stupid boy called the Lady J. And now they're coming out to tell us, whoa, even the mother, that day I was there. The mother, she came and she was cladding very fantastic. Even I was just sympathizing with such kind of a boy called Hello Baby. And that time, he could not even emphasize himself and say that, what am I sending my mother there to do? Because of the friendship that's going to be existing. And whenever they call you Sokoro, you are just thinking that it's a very good name. Oh, they know you. But where are you right now? They just used him even to follow me. Talk about, I want you to follow Gintu where he's just moving to. And whenever they came, they never found me. And I was told he was the one who was driving the conduct to my position. And now they're talking about war. They're using him to be just, whenever I can just go to the town and be told, there's a person who was following you with the conduct. He was called Hello Baby. What could I do? I could just say, you young boy, whatever you are doing, it's miscellaneous, and I can hit you like a Cherokee drum. But yet you can just understand, because this is a family of using, and they're using everyone. They cannot go themselves. They want to use others so as they can act like a shield to them. Right now, he's just setting up, this is Kenge, setting up Mr. Cecil Agun from Jamaica, so as he can just make sure that he's insulting our own tribe, and make sure that now he's doing it in behalf of him, so as no one can just go and ask Kenge, why are you disrespecting the tribe that you are coming from? And the person is talking about, yeah, I like this. And there's another unconditional person who is a very incredulous. He cannot even think about what he's thinking. And he's just here, he has just lost the wife here, and the wife has just lost the kid, and he's just going to sympathize with the people in Nairobi. And whenever he was here, he was just running like a puppet and talking about, you know what? I'm just, even he commented to that kind of, even he pinned that comment and said that, you know what? Yeah, you are saying the truth. Even he doesn't understand himself. Such kind of a young boy who is just talking nonsense things, even he doesn't understand. And he was the only person who was told, I don't know you. Have you ever seen Kenge posting, even talking about this kind of a person exists? You are just nonsense. But me, who am outside here, and whenever I talk, he can respond. Not like a puppet who are just outside there, like a Rinjep, like a Prince Odinga, who are just always reacting, but nothing just to get to them. They're just talking nonsense. Nowhere I've ever seen tagging. They have ever been tagged. Nowhere. And they're just outside there. They're just like parrots. They cannot even understand themselves. I'm just sympathizing with such kind of the people. And they're the ones who are supporting, oh, now Kenge is positive. Other people are just making sure that they're strengthening the part who are negative. Nonsensical things of the highest order. And that's called the narcissism. And that's what is called quagmire. Can you understand the things that are always being befalling? And whenever we come for it, we have to come for it. And that's the fact. We have to keep in tune. And I was talking about the time I went to the Condad to make sure that I'm just going there to cook for the people who are going to come. And I was the one who was going to cook for Kenge. And I can tell you the fact. Whenever Kenge was to go to her home, to his home, he just contacted me. Gintu, where are you? I want you to go and cook. And whenever you cook, make sure that you come back and tell me you have cooked so as we can go and eat. I trust your food. And whenever we were going to another boy called Vidigiona, he had an engagement there at Mabera. And who was sent? Gintu was sent there to go and see the food that Kenge is going to be eating. I stick on how it's just being prepared. And his now he's talking to me that I'm just respectful. And I'm just sympathizing with such kind of a boy. Because I perform the duty that you send me to do. Guys, if you have never known, I'm telling you this, before we eat food or the food is being cooked, I'm the one to go and check which kind of the food has been cooked and how is it tasting, is it good? And whenever they are cooking, I should be there to support what is being cooked. And this, I was doing it for the king. I never paid for it. What if I could be a mismanagement person? What if I could turn and say that this kind of a person is just a very stupid puppet and is being used like the way he's being used? And if I could know that this kind of a person could just turn back to us and tell us that these people stole my fish. Imagine a person coming to tell me I stole the fish, yet I was the one preparing the food for you to eat, and make sure that the racist is just getting something very controversial of making sure that you are just jiggling and making sure that everything is pinpointed to the point where it's just being aligned to be. And whenever now you are now happy and now you are full of the stomach, now you come out now making sure that you are becoming a parrot. Every time it's just pouring your own stupidity, pouring nonsense things to there, pouring everything and making sure that, oh, these people are disrespectful, these people are not normal, these people, I hate them. And yet I was ever being there to make sure that I'm testing your food, and now you are just coming to tell people, oh. But the only thing that will stay, and it will be there, everybody knows, and to your point, and to your own people who are just there, they know. Kintu acted as the only person who can protect Kenge, no one else. And if I go to a certain position and we make sure that we are cooking and people are cooking for Kenge to come and eat, and his own girlfriend, and then now they're just talking about, you know what, this kind of the subscribers, they're just heckling to them as like a heck. And now they're talking about this kind of the people are bad, I don't know what. But you used people for you to be gaining, and you used us for the content. But now we turned to know our own position that we are holding. If I can rise from just a worker, become a worker, from being a worker, I was promoted to become an engineer, to make sure that I am making sure that the fish pond is built in a systematic way, and it was being. From there, I was promoted to a kitchen to make sure that I'm cooking for the staffs and the people are just coming in the party. And I was promoted to VVIP, chief chef, me and the African village tea. And I was cooking there. And you trusted me. And now I was promoted, now I could do everything. Now even I could go for the shopping too. From there, I could even carry you to the bank so as you can go and withdraw money. I was being there to see even your account, how much is just reading your account. And I can tell everyone that you have how many accounts. We were going to this bank. We were told, no, there is no money enough here. Oh, we go to this bank. A Christmas list has not posted money there because of the masterclass. He has been arraigned in court. I don't know where he was. Talking about to this bank, there's sufficient money in this bank. Oh, what am I going to do? We go, I come and take the Didi uncle, who is the Jamaican uncle. I take him back to the bank. Whenever he goes there, he was being told, no, your money is under retain. We want to know what are you going to do. Have to make sure that we are feeling everything. And whenever we go back for 4 hours, we come back, then we are told, no, there's no network for you to do that. Come tomorrow. Then the next day we go all, me, Kenge, make sure that even the Didi uncle. And whenever we reach there, we found maybe the network is there. Whenever we want to withdraw, money refuses to come out. And now he's coming to tell Gintu that, you know what, my friend, I acted from the down sea level. And I was just the only person who was acting like a person who knows what I'm doing. And I knew what I could be doing. And I knew that one day, one time, this kind of the things going to be coming out. Because I cannot trust a person living in Kenya, even if you are coming from another abroad. This is Kenya. No one trusts each other. And now is now coming. Even to, let me tell you one thing. Whenever the demon, which is the demon, which is the Mwangu, came to the villa, and he was told by the ruralist that you should not see Kenge, he's sleeping. But Kenge had been using the Viagra, and it was much, and he was not even at a point of speaking to anyone, even getting out that day. The Viagra was too much, and you know too much of something is poisonous. And whenever the demon, she was told that way, she just said, no, I have to see is my brother. But the rorarist refused and said, no, you cannot see him, because he could not sympathize with the action that this kind of a boy was doing in that room. Always puffing, always is just a person who is alcoholic. It's just a person who is sniffing everything. Even he can sniff a dog from behind. And talking about, you know what? I know what I'm doing. You know what? I was there seeing every action, A to B, B to C. And whenever he's just drunk, and whenever he's just using the puffism and making sure that everything is... He was hitting this kind of a lady like a cherry drum. And whenever you see the lady, the chins are not, they have just evaporated. It's just a Argentinian long nose with no chin, and is reddish in color. And now King is coming to tell people, oh, these people, I don't know what and what and what. We know everything. And whenever you trigger more, the more they come. Whenever you rattle a snake, be ready to be beaten. That's the fact. And the same fact I was talking about, whenever we were preparing food, and the demon came and was told, no, you cannot see him. He just recalled there was a person called Gintu who was growing meticulously from that villa, and I was the only YouTuber who was growing very majestic. And talking about, you know what? This kind of a person I have to call. And she called me. Then I received. She now tuned the voice down. She could not speak like the demon. She was speaking like a lady who is very beautiful. And whenever I turn out, I see the buttocks. They're just slanting ones. They're just booming there. And they're just carrying some feces. And talking about this is the only thing that men can just see and act upon. We deal with brain. Not the buttocks that carry feces. Don't be stupid, my friend. And turning to me at 360, showing me that he's only having some hair braces, and talking about, you know what, this is the trend we are. Now he's coming from the Nairobi, now he's a Bon town, eh? Yet you are just from the village here, we ever knew you. You are just black like a charcoal, and talking to us that the only thing that has given you the color you are, it's only money. And people's money. Talk about Dante's money. And all the people are being using. And now they're coming outside there to intimidate and say that, you know what, you don't have money. Yet they are just eating people's money. Talking about I have a certain plot here you can just buy, I can just withstand with you and make sure that I'm being there as a witness and get that plot. Now whenever it comes to the family, you are blocked. And that's the trick they were using. And whenever the YouTube was introduced to us, no one was introduced that there are going to be money that's going to be sent. No one knew. No one knew that there are going to be plots, they're going to be bought. No one knew. But we started it like we were blind in that. But how days were coming, whenever they see that you are now getting some of a person, you know, whatever Kenger believes, and I was unto his brain every day. And I was the one who was advising Kenge A to Z. And whenever I tell him, this, you have to do it this way, he trusts me like something else. Even I overtook Gitiriba. I'm telling you the fact. I overtook Gitiriba, and I started taking Kenge to even check money. And whenever a person trusts you, that you can just take him to withdraw money at the bank, you are a trustee. And I'm telling you that fact. And now Kenge trusted me. And I had to make it happening. And the only thing that I can just say, it's just jealousy. They knew that, oh, this kind of a boy, they now started manipulating. Gitiriba started manipulating my own affinity. Majuguno started insulting, affiliating his own things and talking bad about me. So as I can just be triggered and talk about, no, okay, then I've just left everything. And whenever I go with a bike somewhere, maybe I'm being sent, whenever I come back, Gitiriba act like a person who doesn't know what was happening. It just says, he goes back to Keng and say that Gintu is always taking some fuel. How can a person eat fuel? How can a person drink fuel? A fuel. And not that it is me. Whenever the phone call, he's just been called. Where are you? Come and take something to a certain position. Is no longer. And whoever is around, Gintu is already, and I was ever getting to the work as a worker. And I'm telling you, as especially like a person who goes to the work with the intention of making sure that I'm going to look for something. And whenever I reached there, I found Gitiriba now is a boss. He was no longer coming to the work. Sometimes he comes in the evening. So who is acting there? Who could be very fantastic? It's Gintu. Whoever can just take Kenge to supermarket, go for the shopping, go for everything. It was me. And I was being trusted in the kitchen very much. Even the Rose DJ, rest in peace, she was trusting Gintu than anyone. Even Kenge himself could not be trusted in the kitchen like me. And whenever I'm in the kitchen, even Kenge himself knew Gintu is a fantastic boy. I can just make sure I'm corrugating everything. And whenever you want to sip, and I started even, they trusted me until at a point I started making them a dawa. A dawa is a combination of, to make sure that a person who has, talk about the flu. I was preparing some of the medicine, locally medicine, to that house. And even the ruralist, she was taking it and she said to me, it was so sweet and it was very fantastic. And whenever I prepared, I tell them, let it rest for only 2 hours, whenever it's now good for you to take. And whenever they come, and I was serving them in glasses, and they never saw such kind of hospitality. Now they are coming outside here to tell that these people are disrespectful. They are just jealousy. Who is jealousy to who? Who is jealousy? If I cooked for you, I served you, I accommodated you, even I prepared you to make sure that your wife is getting very fantastic objectives, even fantastic styles, and now you're coming outside here to tell people that you know what, Gintu, you're just disrespectful. I'm just sympathizing. Even what I know, even the kid who is just brought there, maybe it's my food that you done that work and now it's just available. And now they're talking about, oh, this kind of the people, they are bad this way. They are tarnishing our names. They are just doing this and this. Who tarnished who? Imagine a person like me being trusted. Even I went to your home, Kenge, and I prepared food for you to come from the villa, and you are invited to your home. So as you can just be engaged and mediation can be done between you and your sister. And I was there and I shooted the video. And whenever the mediation was done, even your sister told you, I don't like this person. And you said, no, this is the only holiest person I have at the villa. He's the person who is always acting perpendicularly by unit time. And now you are coming outside to tell people, this kind of the people are disrespectful. I was there when even I told you, no, I cannot come there because your sister, she's there, who is the demon, and I don't like her, and she doesn't need me to your home. Even she shooted a video saying that I am the only baddest person in the village she cannot do a video with, but one day it will come. Whenever now they're just out the hilltop, whenever they start coming in this way, I will be that way. Now they will come to me. And I'm telling you that as a fact. And even your father, the Condad, said to me in front of my eyesight and my ears, this kind of a tribe, these Korean people, they are very stupid. They don't behave. They don't know what they are just doing. I heard it from my eyes, via my ears and my eyes, him saying it. And I was just sympathizing with me. Do you know that my family, my dad has a plot that he just lists to them so as they can just plant sugarcane for a company. I felt that even they have not paid for that money for the second round. They're just paying half, and they're talking about my father is a person who we are taking care of. And even up to date, they have not paid it. And whenever I say that I can just go and burn the sugarcane there, they're going to be talking about, oh, you know what, now I don't know what. Have you paid for that money? And now they're coming to insult even our tribe. And we are the people who are just making sure that they are just getting their living standards. I'm just sympathizing till to date. And even the demon, she's saying that, oh, this kind of a boy, I don't like him. I cannot even shoot a video with such kind of a person. Yet she came to me to turn a 360, showing me the buttocks. And even the only thing that was about to be shown, She never had even an underwear inside. She was only wearing a pant and talking about, you know what? And the buttocks are just zigzag. And talking about, do you think that the buttocks are the ones that are carrying the gym? They're just separated like 6 packs. Huh? And I just sympathizing even the people who are just dealing with such kind of a lady. What are they hearing there? It's just an old Ford vehicle, which is just it can just come from one place to another. And whenever it comes to even 1 kilometer, maybe it was off like 20 times before you reach to 1 kilometer. And I sympathize with it. And whenever it reaches to the work, it's the one that is always making the loudest noise. That's crying like dogs, which are just looking for the fiance every time. And I'm just sympathizing with such kind of a family now. Now they're coming outside to tell everyone that, you know what, this kind of the family, it's absolutely unconditional. Unconditional. And we are not interested with that one. Nobody is interested. We are going to make sure that we are forcing things to happen. We are going to force everything to happen. And even I can tell people which kind of food does Kenge need, which kind of food does Kenge like entirely. And even he can eat it from the first day to the last day. It is the sardines. And I was the one who was preparing the things that he can even eat. The sardines I know to prepare. And even one day he came to ask me, hey, who just prepared such kind of the food? He asked one of the ladies there. And even it was Priscilla Sagati. She was asked, who just cooked this kind of the food? Priscilla Sagati answered, oh, Gintu was here, who cooked? You know, whenever somebody asks such kind of a question, is your boss, who cooked this food? Now your stomach will roam around. They will roam like a network, asking, oh, what has happened? And they answered, oh, Gintu is the one who cooked it. Now he asked, yeah, this is the person I want to be cooking here. Oh, it's Gintu who cooked. Oh, ma'am, come and see. Oh, this food was cooked by Gintu. Oh, it was so delicious. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Marwa. I was just sympathizing with these people. And now they're just coming outside there to tell me that, you know what? You are just respectful and you just stole my fish. I'm just sympathizing to date. Because a person to come to you and make sure that he is just tarnishing you because of an irreasonate and vulnerable things, I'm just sympathizing still to date. But one day it's going to be coming because they're going to be coming back. And that's why even right now, it's just being used there the way he was using us. He's being used. Now he's just sleeping in a cage of a dog there. And talking about people don't have some mattresses outside there. Do you know how many mattresses? Do you want one? Because whatever you are sleeping there on, I don't know even. And now you are coming to tell people, oh, this kind of a tribe, people from Nyabuhanse, oh, this kind of a person, just don't go. Do you know how many phone calls I always receive so as I can do with videos with some people, YouTubers in Nyabuhanse? But due to unconditional circumstances, because you messed, I see from what you are doing. And I can act perpendicularly for how I see it was happening, and I can change it not to happen the way it was happening to you. The way you are always saying, oh, this kind of the things to be done this way, I don't have such kind of a say. Whenever it reaches to a point where I've just brought a mason, I don't have a say to that position, but it's not like you. Whenever you say, oh, I want this kind of the people to eat such kind of a food, and whenever it's cooked, always is coming with claims. And I'm telling you guys, so these days is talking about, you know what, this kind of the people, they were eating from my area, they were eating everything, I was providing them with everything, and now, you know, they're coming outside here to say this and this. Do you know that whenever we were cooking food, which is enough for us, it was coming to say, I will not, tomorrow you'll be paying for that food. Ask people. There's a day he told us, go and slaughter a goat and make sure that you have worked very meticulously during the construction of the helipad there. Make sure that you are slaughtering a cow and eat. I was sent to get that cow, to get that goat, and I was the only trustee who could be there. Even Getriba can tell you. And whenever I'm placed into the kitchen, there's no stealing and there's no testing food without being ready to be tested. And that's my rule number 1 in the kitchen. Even me, I don't test food before it's just prepared fantastically. And that was my rule. And he knows whenever I'm taken to the kitchen, whoever comes to say that, okay, I want to test before, just wait for it. If you know that you are late, you could have come tomorrow, or you could have come the yesterday, so as you can eat and go. If you are just making sure that things are not. Whenever even talk about Nasto, they were coming to the villa. And whenever they heard that the Gintu is already onto the Jiko, everyone was celebrating. Hey, let's go and eat the barbecue. Even they called me a barbecue guy. And whenever he was coming from in, I was the only person who was roasting meat, and he could eat with no teeth. No, he doesn't have teeth. Even here, there's a teeth he always removes so as he can just eat. And he was eating the meat I was preparing. And now he's coming to say that these people are disrespectful. I'm just sympathizing still to this date. And whenever you come to your senses, that's why the hospital you are just going to be building, it's going to be helping you so as you can just be admitted and I tighten your screws. And your family is so crazy that the people, whenever it reaches at a time, that the people to come to you and tell you, no, Tata, like the con mom, oh, Tata, no, she's a lady. You understand how ladies are. So, but at the time, whenever I was being roasted with the same lady, she was talking that, Tata, that's how bad you are. Oh, I knew that you are the good person here in the villa. Now I've seen you are the bad person. And whenever it reaches now for me to work for them, so as I can help them to cook, because they don't know how to cook. The only thing they can just cook is the brown ugali. And even the brown ugali you can just chew like bologam. And they're talking about now, oh no, she's a lady, you understand how ladies are. So I'll just control your temper. You just do your work here. Just do what Maro has sent you here to do. And now they know that they're going to be benefiting from you. And whenever now you turn this way, my friend, you will be hit like a donkey here in Africa. You will be hit like a donkey that's carrying water in a scarce way, and a scarce where water is not even found. You'll just know, you'll bear with the circumstances of that donkey, and you know how and what I talk about. That's how that family is. That's how that family is. So whoever is engaging himself with that kind of a family, I'm sympathizing with you. One day you will see the future. One day you will see the events. One day you will see the real fact about this kind of a family we are talking about. Look at even the people who ever came there. I am Anders Costafon is always sending the t-shirt. Thank you very much and kudos to you. Respect. Sending the t-shirt to everyone. Team them dogs. Shout out to you. Wherever you are. I am Anders Costafon. Fantastic. Look at Miami Kitchen 74. Miami Kitchen 74 right now. She's even disgraced with such kind of the people. She was served. I will come with such kind of a story. How they did to her and how it happened. And even the Rocabrera telling and Rocasist talking about, no, I don't want visitors. No, even whenever they received their gifts from the Miami Kitchen 74, and whenever she turned this way, the Gunmo, what was coming out from the rollerist, it was something else because she was not meant to be there. The only people who were meant to be there was the Didi uncle and the Kibe. So as they're just doubting, is that baby for that kind of a position? We are just doubting still to this position. Keep it locked, keep it tuned. It's Underscore Gintu back again to the root of today and gonna be coming fantastic wherever you're coming from. This is the beginning and the last time for me to have this kind of the session coming out from this position of the banana plantation. And wherever you are, don't hesitate to like and comment the session wherever it is. And keep it tuned, keep it locked. This is the end.